Since joining Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham has been a beast. But no one saw the ridiculous displays in his first season for Real Madrid coming. But can he really win the Ballon? The Englishman was a good investment for the future. They didn't know that the future was now. After joining Real Madrid, Bellingham has hit the ground running for Los Blancos and has registered nearly a goal contribution every game, 35 in 41 matches, with his last contribution being an assist in the Champions League final, which closed the game off for Madrid. Jude Bellingham's brilliant exploits at Madrid have been a shock to all. He was an integral part of the side that went on to win the Champions League and La Liga titles. Upon joining Madrid, the Englishman wasted no time in proving he was worth more than £103 million he was bought for. He also proved that, although he is a youngster, he's not only an investment for the future, but also a machine for the present. Without a doubt, Jude Bellingham was the best player in the first half of the 2023-24 season. As early as October of 23, when Lionel Messi collected the 8th Ballon d'Or of his career. At the time, Jude Bellingham had spent his first 3 months at Real Madrid displaying high-level brilliance in every game and ripping up the club's record books, with some of Benzema's and Ronaldo's early numbers already in the air. Fans even joked that he could already be considered a legend for his first half-season display alone. During the first half of the season, Bellingham bossed one of the best leagues in the world. In 16 matches in La Liga, Bellingham scored 13 goals, provided 2 assists, created 27 chances, and had a 90% pass success rate. He was the highest goal scorer in La Liga and also the player with the highest number of goal contributions. He was also among the players who created the most chances in the league, so there's no doubt that if the Ballon d'Or ceremony were held in January, Bellingham would have won the award. After the first half of the season, things did slow down for the England midfielder. Goals became fewer and farther between, and injuries and suspensions also impacted his season. But regardless, Jude ended the season with 35 goal contributions in 41 appearances, while winning both the Champions League and La Liga, and being one of the best players in the world. Astonishing. Jude Bellingham has been a great addition to the Real Madrid team, and this was well acknowledged by Pep Guardiola before the quarter-final tie against Real Madrid. Bellingham's impact has been massive, Guardiola admitted. It's a different team from last season. His influence is obvious, and we have to try to discover what he does to control it. The England coach has also praised his player after a wonderful season, saying, "He has good emotional intelligence. He's had to go into a dressing room and an interesting dynamic where some world-class players are there, and he is there to ultimately take their place. But knowing him, he will have approached them off the pitch with huge respect and will have gone into the training sessions and the games ready to compete and show just what a good player he is," Gareth Southgate said. Currently, the bookies have named Jude Bellingham as the player most likely to win the prestigious Ballon d'Or award, but 3 other players will have something to say about that. The metrics for winning the Ballon d'Or are not clear, but one thing is clear. Outstanding performances crowned with the winning of major trophies are 2 big ones. Bellingham, like fellow contender Vinicius Jr., won both the Champions League and La Liga. By winning the Champions League, they have an edge over Wirtz, who surprisingly won the domestic double, and certainly Kylian Mbappe, who unsurprisingly won the domestic double. The 68th edition of the prestigious Ballon d'Or ceremony is scheduled to take place on Monday, October 28th in Paris, and the top 4 favourites are Jude Bellingham, his existing teammate Vinicius Jr., his new teammate Kylian Mbappe, and of course Florian Wirtz. So, what will decide who wins the award? Well, surely the Euros. Without a doubt, the European Championship tournament is one of the biggest tournaments in Europe, if not the world. It's a major international tournament and will be a boost for any player's hopes of winning the Ballon d'Or by who performs well in it and leads their team to the trophy. But what are the chances of Bellingham being the star man for England and winning the tournament? Well, by the looks of recent England matches, and especially the first game of the group stage versus Serbia, Bellingham was one of the only players to really show up and could easily be England's most important player at the tournament. Now, we don't necessarily think England are the favourites, but the bookies at the moment do have England as favourites to win the Euros, with France very close behind, followed by Portugal and Germany. Whatever the odds, there's no doubt that England's team is filled with talent. Kane, Foden, Rice, Saka, to name just a few. Despite Bayern Munich's disappointing season, Kane has been in fine goal-scoring form, winning the European Golden Boot, Phil Foden has had the best season of his career with Man City, and as a result, England fans are eagerly awaiting this fine form to hit the international stage. Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka have been two of Arsenal's best players this season and are also in fine form and are two of the world's best in their respective positions. However, there are concerns, of course, over whether the defence, which two of the back four are injury doubts, can handle the attackers of the teams, such as France, Germany and Portugal. If Jude wants to win the Ballon d'Or, and of course he does, he needs the help of his defence, and certainly players like Rice and Mainu to help keep out the world-class attackers at the tournament, while English forwards can do the business at the other end and get them through the late rounds. Now, we think they can do this. Jordan Pickford has had an excellent season and is in fine form, as he always is in an England shirt. England have one of the best right-backs in the world through Kyle Walker, who'll likely be next to his club teammate John Stones as well. So if these three can guide the likes of Mark Gahey and hopefully Luke Shaw, who'll be on the verge of match fit, or Kieran Trippier at left-back, England can, for sure, win the whole thing. However, Del Piero thinks that international tournaments should only matter to a certain degree in determining the Ballon d'Or. He said, "I hope that the Ballon d'Or is tied not only to the victories and defeats of a player, but also to his real efficacy within the team and how much he can improve the squad and those around him," the Italian legend told Sky Sports Italia. Jose Mourinho also didn't place that much importance on winning the European Championships. He said that Bellingham would fall short of Vinicius for the Ballon d'Or award, even though he predicted that Bellingham would be named player of the tournament at Euro 2024. However, if Bellingham, as Mourinho said, should perform up to the level of being named the player of the tournament at Euro 2024 and England go very far or even win the tournament, then he would have outperformed Mbappe and Wirtz for sure and would be the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or with an edge over Vinicius unless the Brazilian wins the Copa America. But even if the Brazilian does win the Copa America trophy, Bellingham might still be the favourite since our opinion, wrongly, but is provable case, more value is given to the Euros tournament compared to the Copa America. When asked if he's the favourite to win the Ballon d'Or, Bellingham himself said he feels he's at a disadvantage in the race to win the award and has tipped fellow teammate Vinicius to actually scoop it. "I'm not too fussed about it," he told Teledeporte. "I always felt that the Ballon d'Or and those kinds of things were like for strikers and wingers, the flashy players. I know I can entertain a crowd, but no one can do it like Vinny." Whether this was a good sportsman's reply, or he was being humble, or he truly feels Vinicius will win the award, is not relevant, as he's not the one to determine the winner. As far as the metrics used in determining the Ballon d'Or winner in recent years are concerned, Bellingham is currently one of the favourites to win the award, and a strong display at the tournament will most likely earn him the Ballon d'Or. If he wins it, of course, he'll be the first Englishman to win the prestigious award since Michael Owen in 2001.